about the main inclusivity. And when we talk about inclusivity, we're talking about beyond tokenism. I mean, how are the youths going to be really involved and not just mere positions that may just look like decorations? You know, how are they going to be inclusions? Most times we are seen and most times even heard, but are we really, really included in what's going on in the system? Are we sucked in? Are we moving strategically? Today in Youthhub, we are going beyond tokenism to ask the hard questions, to challenge the status quo and explore what real youth participation should look like. With us in the studio is Aliyu Abdul Basit, former APC Zonal Youth Leader Aspirant in Northwest. Thank you for joining us on Youth.
Thank you so much.
Youthhub continues shortly after the break.
Are you ready to join the conversation shaping the future? This is Youthhub, your go-to TV show where youth ideas and impact collide. Want to tackle the tough questions? We delve deep into the topics that matters: youth empowerment, gender equality, leadership, and mental health, real stories, real struggles, real situations. And it's not all talk. We make it fun with live challenges, creative contests, and interactive segments. You're not just watching the show, you are part of it. Catch Youthhub every Thursday at 3 p.m. on Global Television. Be heard, be seen. Youthhub, fueling dreams, sparkling change, and amplifying your voice.
Welcome back and many thanks for staying with us. And in case you're just joining, this is Youthhub and I am your host, Hosanna Okarafo. Before the break, we have the former zonal APC youth aspirant who is sucked in politics and knows his ways, knows his onions. And we are talking about youth inclusion. We know that specifically there are some systematic and structural barriers that can, deprive the youth, that can prevent Nigerian youth from transitioning. So what are these specific structural and systematic barriers preventing them from actually assuming their roles in decision-making in governments?
First of all, we don't even know where we are now because the youths in Nigeria are not ready.
Now, when you say are not ready, what do you mean?
What I mean that we are not ready is always the youth wants to enjoy. And enjoyment in Nigeria is not the right time now. Like I said, if today a son of a president can share rice to you, share rice. So what do you mean? So who are the youths? Are we hungry? I'm asking you a question. A son of a president will come to your state and give you rice. What will you do? One package of rice, I'm asking you, as a youth. What can you say on that?
These packages, sometimes are not directly given to the youth. Sometimes they are given to the older generation who see food as a priority.
Food is a priority, but food without security is nonsense. Let me give you an example. I'm from Jigawa State. My state is one of the poorest states in Nigeria. We farm a lot because that is what built my great-grandfathers. But today, someone coming to give me rice that I have farmed, so what do you mean by that? Let me tell you something. Nigerian youths will not be ready if they don't wake up. Mostly, we push the car. When the car starts, they leave us. Do you know why?
Why?
Because they know what we want. All what we want is enjoyment. With a small piece of change, money will be divided. Not only me, everybody. From the north, from the south, from the east, from the west. So if you want the youths of Nigeria to be inclusive in the government, then they need to wake up. How will they wake up? Firstly, they have to understand that they have the right to contest. Since when I was born in Nigeria, the only people I know are still the people who are contesting. Why?
It feels like there's a recycled pattern right there.
They are recycling themselves with their children, including their children. But the only way out is we have no place like Nigeria. So we have to make Nigeria a great country. How? We have youths, talented youths in Nigeria. During the NSAS, the SETSAS were doing a lot of things to Lagos State's boys because of Yahoo and whatever. But the scammers are in the government. You can't tell me you scam on phone, the other one is scamming in the government. And purposely, to start this is not something small for the youths. I think we need to be reborn again. Because you are not enjoying the country too. I'm also not enjoying it. You are in fear, you are in hunger. So, my first way out for me is let's understand each other. Let's unite. Let's keep ethnicity, religion aside. You can't mix religion and culture. Or let me say enjoying outside Nigeria.
And in Nigeria.
So, so, what is there for? 200 people were killed in Benue State. 200 people. Do you know what is 200 people? I don't care about their religion or culture. Life is life.
Life is life, yes.
No matter what. Because if today it happens in Benue, it can happen tomorrow in Jigawa State.
It can happen anywhere.
Which I will not take it. So the youth of Nigeria needs to wake up, unite, understand that there is nothing like Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, Nupe. There is one Nigeria. One. Number two is Nigeria should understand that we cannot be divided. We cannot. We were born like this. We were made like this. And we will continue being like this forever and ever. So being scared of an Igbo man when he becomes a president, he can divide this country. And nobody can divide this country. There is a coalition group, people who moved from APC now, like Hellfire and the rest of SP, Atiku. They can achieve their aim. It happens 2015. But how will they achieve their aim while everybody is selfish? I love Hellfire, I like Hellfire, I like what he does governmentally. In this government, I like Kashim. Because Kashim does what is right, but he has been removed aside. We don't know why. I don't know why, because I'm not in the system. When I contested, I was forced, not willingly, I was forced during the convention day to resign. Why? Because maybe I'm going to do the right thing. They want to put someone who they will turn when they say yes is yes, which is a lie. No, I have no godfather. The only people who I know helped me in my politics is my dad and my mom. That was my first start, my first grassroots in my life. So the Nigerian youth, we can do it. How can we do it? Let's unite, understand each other. Let's keep everything that will make us. The only thing that we achieved in Nigeria is entertainment. Apart from music industry, nothing goes well in Nigeria. Do you know why? Because everybody
good education.
Because good education.
People have good education. There's some youths.
Good education where there is ASU strike. Good education where 4 years course you do 10 years in university. A lecturer will not allow you to pass until he follow the lady. We have a lot of cases.
Statistics show that.
Instead of withdrawing the subsidy, Mr. President did, put the money. I think if you put 1 billion naira in university, it goes. Or remove that universities from the federal government. Every state should hold their universities. It's more better than going on the strike. No healthcare, no education. I'm an APC member, but I don't know, maybe I might be expelled or I might be suspended because I always say the truth. But the truth is the truth. I can't go back to my village now because what I told them APC will do, are not doing it. And I don't know where to start from.
That was when you were running for elections.
When Tinubu was campaigning, I believed in Tinubu. I still believed in Tinubu. But Tinubu's cabals, people around him, I will say this and I'll say this. No cashing, no youths. We will not give APC the vote they want if there is no cashing. One. Number two is, Tinubu should understand that the people surrounded him cannot bring that vote, because the people surrounding him, I will not call their name, but one of them can't even win a primaries election in his state, but now he's one of the biggest boss in Nigeria.
So basically he needs more than his inner chambers, he needs the voice of the masses.
He needs to keep cabals, bring youths. We have a youth leader in APC, Dario Israel, but he has been sidelined. He has been hijacked by the son of the president and the minister of youth. While Dario Israel is a youth leader, national youth leader, but I have never seen him with the son of the president or the minister of youth going around. Do you know why? Because they didn't collide. You can't tell me because your father is a president, I'll follow you. It will never happen. Your dad is a president, you're not a president. The only advantage you have more than me is because your dad is a president. So, if you want to join politics, but don't be going around using your own power. Why didn't they do that before? So if Sheyi will understand, if Tinubu will understand that, okay, it's not about these cabals. These cabals, 2027, cannot bring that 5 million votes from the north. And I, a northerner, who gave Tinubu 5 million votes, you can't expect me to kiss or to follow the son of a president. Well, I followed your dad, I suffered for your dad, and I'll follow you again. It's not possible. I don't do that, and I'll never do that. One. Number two is, we have to understand that insecurity is going worst. Yeah, I know the world is coming to an end, and it happens. But Nigeria is using this for money.
What do you mean for money? I don't understand.
You can't account money for defense. You can't account it. Because whenever you talk about security, whatever they propose, you have to give them.
Well, if you give them what they propose, there should be an accounting system. There should be someone held accountable for what you give.
There is no system. No system. Everybody is his own system. Everybody knows himself. Do you think there is a system? I think now EFCC is using, if you spray money, they will take you away. Is it spraying money that is the main problem of the country? Lack of immunity. Let me tell you something. I think Nigerian youths, if they will understand, we are more than 200 million, and we are the 60% of Nigeria are youths. In one day, we can remove any government we want.
If we are really serious about it.
And it's coming. It's coming. And if things are not taken well, Nigeria will collapse.
Okay, now, so there's been this an act, not too young to run an act.
Yes.
Is it not too young to run an act, not institutional support?
Not too young to run is useless.
Because statistics have said that the president have, there's a percentage of youths that have been included, but somehow it feels like it's tokenism, like it's just decorated, like they're not performing.
95% of the youths in this government are useless. They are in hunger. So now they have the opportunity, let them fill themselves up. And they can't. When you don't have contentment of heart, that is the problem. So You don't. That is why I told you. Tinubu will make a mistake if he thinks that vote he gets, these people will give him that vote. They will never get it.
So, what reforms do you think or policy do you think should be put in place for this act to be, put up, for it to be upheld well?
A table should be opened. The reality should be opened. Everybody knows politics is scratch me your back, I scratch your back. I believe in that. Everybody has his own priority. Agenda. If today Tinubu will say, okay, every state, yesterday he was in Benue, 200 people were killed. Today he's in Kaduna. The same Kaduna state, the former governor of Kaduna State, Nasiru El-Rufai, endorsed Tinubu. He made sure northern governors accept Tinubu.
And voted for him.
The current governor of Kaduna State, he was an SA to El-Rufai. El-Rufai made him a senator, made him a governor, but at the end, they are fighting. So how do you think the youths would not... We are already going on their steps, betrayals, fighting each other. That is why I told you coalition is... We are not... This is not the right time for campaign, but they are already endorsing campaigning. APC, this is not the right time we should campaign. This is the right time to work. 15 trillion naira on one road, Lagos to Calabar.
What exactly are they building? Are they going to bring diamonds to make the road with?
Maybe you can ask Sheyi or the federal government, I don't know, because I believed they feel nobody can remove them. But they have forgotten. They should ask Jonathan. They should ask Jonathan who are northerners. They should ask Jonathan who are Nigerians. He knows Nigerians. If Nigerians wants to push you away, they will push you away. But they are scared. The last protest happened, but it has been hijacked. Do you know why? Illiteracy. In the north, when you tell people don't have too much kids, they will tell you it's religion that tells you to have many kids. Well, it's a lie. In my religion, I'm a Muslim. They said have kids that you have the capacity to hold. One. Number two is, I don't even know whether the pastors or the imams, I don't even know who will say the truth. All of them are in politics. Every pastor, every imam in Nigeria, none of them you see enjoying in this country that is not in the government. That is why I said, in my own government, maybe in future, before an imam or pastor start preaching, he has to go to DSS office, psychiatric hospital, so that let them their mental health.
So he can be assessed?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm telling you, a lot of pastors and imams are richer than a lot of people. Don't underestimate them, because they have followers and they will use them. And that followers are illiterates. In the north, lack of education, lack of insecurity. Zamfara, Kebbi, Sokoto, you can't sleep outside now. I'll say this again, 200 people killed in Benue, and you are sitting down here enjoying in Abuja. It will come to Abuja one day.
But there were records where it came, or probably it was being quickly shushed, being that it was the state's capital, it was Nigeria's capital. There were times where there were bombings when there was good luck.
Okay, when there was bombing during Jonathan, they used bomb to remove Jonathan.
Oh, that was a strategy, yeah.
Boko Haram was the main strategy to remove Jonathan. It was coalition too. Atiku, Tinubu, because at that time, 2015, APC was created 2014. 2015, the only man who can be in that position was Muhammadu Buhari, because there was nobody like him. He has followers. We were thinking he's going to make Nigeria a mini Dubai. But at the end, what happened? The northerners suffered more than the southerners. But the southerners are thinking the northerners enjoyed. No, nothing happened.
Really?
But Buhari in some way is better. Do you know why? His family were not too much inclusive. Even if they are inclusive, but we didn't see it. So anything we didn't see, it doesn't happen. But today, during Ramadan, last Ramadan, I will say this again, Minister of Youth and the son of President giving a takeaway of rice as a food to make me happy. If it was me, I will not take this. I will slap it on their face. Anything that will happen is happen after that. At the end, the highest thing is I'll be dead. And like I said, we are the main problem. We are following them like that. We are kissing their asses. If today someone, a youth, will stand up and look at Shay and tell him the truth, but everybody is in fear because he's the son of president. And like I said, the son of a president is not a president. He doesn't have an office. The only privilege he have is because he's the son of a president. If he wants to join politics, he should join politics, but not through his dad atmosphere. And I cannot follow your dad and follow you. I suffered a lot. We suffered for APC. We believed in APC. But now APC are endorsing only Tinubu. They want to change another VP, which we don't even know. His cabals are telling him truth and lies. Kashim is from Northeast. Northwest have Deputy Senate President. Northwest have the National Chairman of APC. Northwest have the Speaker. So what do you want the Northwest? Do you want the Northwest to have president? Everything Northwest? Northeast, what should they reform? Northeast have never gotten anything. And they are taking bill to the power of a VP will go down again now. Because what I saw in the National Assembly is, and in fact there is no National Assembly. I don't believe there is senators in Nigeria. I don't believe there is House of Assembly members in Nigeria.
What about all the people that were elected? We have over how many of them?
We have 360
elected senators.
We have 109 elected senators, 360 elected House. 99% of them are useless and bench warmers. I'll be proud of someone like Bello Erfai, the son of the former governor. He's doing well. He's a youth. But he can't do anything. Because there's nothing you can say there. It's just that everything is on paper, but everything they'll just call and give order. Nothing is happening in National Assembly that they have to follow the rules. Can't you see Biro, 1.something billion naira in Biro budget? Pen. While people are in hunger. No good healthcare, no electricity. So what do you want us to be? Do you want us to be terrorists? Do you want us to be bandits? Do you want us to be criminals?
These things, I must say, are causing high rates of crimes among the youth.
It has to be. Because a hungry man is an angry man. While you are there looking for a boy in Lagos, looking for a boy in Calabar, Abuja, you see boy with dreadlocks, police harassment. Think, harass the person you are guiding, harass them. I think there was Nigerian Areas before, but it came and landed and had during Buhari's government, had Nigerian Areas. But did you see the Nigerian Areas again? Did you see Nigerian Areas again?
Okay, now, quickly, because time will not permit us to go very deep into this discussion. I'm learning from it, and I'm happy that stories and hard questions are being tackled here. I see culture and ethnicity as one of the major problems. How can the youth resolve these issues to help in inclusion and assessment to governance? Because it feels like we are divided, especially with the whole culture program.
The youth should understand that we are not ready for enjoyment now. Because these leaders enjoy this country. Our parents have free education during their time. You can't have free education now. In fact, there is places where no schools, lack of education, especially in the north. So the only way out now is we don't even know ourselves.
So we need to have a mental evaluation and study of who we are and what we want to be.
And let's leave these old men and start our own. And you can't start alone, because everybody thinks when you talk, finally you'll be arrested.
But let's just start. Don't you think so?
We can start, but how can we start while the Igbo are thinking the Hausa people don't like them? The Yoruba are thinking it's their time. After Yoruba, they would return it back. They are using our head. Do you think Muslim ticket is a problem? It's not a problem, but if you do Christian, it will not work. Do you know why? I'm a Muslim. Do you know why? Because democracy is a game of numbers. We have the numbers. So as long as they said we will be moved aside, we are so selfish. Everybody wants to oppress friends and family, like I said. Let me give you an example like Wike. Wike removed as a governor in his state, democracy. Then I think we should go back to the military regime, since that's what we want. Like state like Rivers, no budget, now soldier is ruling a state. So I'm advising the youths, let's wake up. Let's understand that there's only one God. And there's hellfire and there's heaven. And you have to be in one, whether you like it or not. And I'm telling the Nigerian leaders, 99% of them will be in hellfire. Because Nigeria is in pain. People are in pain. Nobody is enjoying this country unless you are in this system. How can you be in the system until you be like them?
Well, I think the saying goes, if you cannot beat them, you join them. So I think the youths who are even around them are beginning to see that as, okay, since I cannot
I'm
beat
telling
them,
you, there are many SAs to the president, to the governors, who have never seen the president and the governors. An SA, a youth, cannot look at the governor and tell him the truth. Even if you are my boss, but I will tell you the truth. A boss doesn't mean God.
I think there is no accountability, because nobody wants to be held accountable. If there is accountability, I think a youth should be able to look you in the face and look at you and tell you, listen, this you're doing is wrong.
That is why I told you, where the youths are always on oppression side. Everybody wants to enjoy, have good cars, and party. That's why I told you the music industry is going better, because that is the only time we want. We always want to enjoy. So now, after the enjoyment, then we cry. Are you enjoying? You can't say it. They said there's freedom of speech, but after the speech, something might happen. It's a lie.
After the speech, your freedom is taken from you.
Anything that happens to me, I know who I'll hold accountable. I always say this. And I'm a youth who is not scared of anyone in this country, because nobody helped me, only my parents. I have nothing to show that I'm enjoying from the government.
So does it mean that if you were helped, maybe you would have had people that you feared?
Helped in which way?
So when you say help it.
Very well. My mom didn't born me in a government hospital. She went to the private hospital. One. I didn't enjoy education. The only thing I was enjoying was subsidy, but no subsidy now. So lastly, what I'm going to say is I'm advising the government that if care is not taken, we are collapsing. One. Number two, no cashing, no vote for Northwest. I promise you this. And we are not in hunger. Stop sharing rice for us. Give us work. Thank you so much.
Are you ready to join the conversation shaping the future. This is Youthhub, your go-to TV show where youth ideas and impact collide. Want to tackle the tough questions? We delve deep into the topics that matters: youth empowerment, gender equality, leadership, and mental health. Real stories, real struggles, real situations. And it's not all talk. We make it fun with live.
Thank you very much for staying with us on Youth Hub today. We've been able to delve into what is really the problem, why we are not really inclusive in governance. What is really the problem? What are the things we need to tackle? And like the former aspirant for youth leader said, the youth do not have any business doing enjoyment things right now.
At
they don't
all.
have any business doing flashy cars
Yes.
and all of that.
Enjoyment.
We need to retract, take our steps back, and of course,